Okay, good day again. I have just finished uploading the second video, Trigonometry video 4-B. Okay, so in continuation, this is Trigonometry video 4-C. Yan na ko siya isulat kay ito na lang siya sa libro. This is actually part of the book which I am using. Find the 5 remaining trigonometric function values for each angle theta. Okay, for example, number 69. Tangent theta is negative of 15/8, given that theta is in quadrant 2. Take note that the negative sign is not placed in the numerator nor in the denominator. Again, it is not in the numerator nor in the denominator. The negative sign is written before the fraction. So, we are not yet certain whether it is the numerator or it is the denominator which is a negative number. But since we are given that theta is in quadrant 2, so that is the parameter or the condition that we will use to determine whether or not ang numerator ba or ang denominator ba ang negative. Okay. So, let me just rewrite it. Number 69. Tangent theta is negative 15/8. Wait. Tangent theta is negative of 15/8. Theta is in quadrant 2. Okay. That's number 69. Now, we all know that tangent theta is defined as y over x. Again, tangent theta is defined as y over x. Theta is in quadrant 2. For a point to be found in quadrant 2, its x-coordinate or abscissa must be negative, while its y-coordinate or ordinate must be positive. So, between the numerator and the denominator, y over x respectively, numerator, denominator, the fraction, which is negative 15/8, must be rewritten as 15/-8, emphasizing that it is the denominator which is negative, and the numerator must be positive. Since the ordered pair xy found in quadrant 2 has x-coordinate which is negative and y-coordinate which is positive. So, x is negative 8 while y is 15. So, klaro na siya. If x is negative 8 and y is 15, r, which is the square root of the sum of the squares of x and y, would be the square root of 64 plus 225. Since 64 is the square of negative 8 and 225 is the square of 15. Therefore, r is the square root of 289. And the square root of 289 is equal to 17. There is no question whether or not r is positive or negative. R is always positive. That is the rule. Since r is the distance of a point to the origin. Okay. So I hope this time you are already able to understand it very well. The instruction, by the way, is to find the remaining the 5 remaining trigonometric function values. So you're given with tangent theta. Okay, so what are the 5 remaining trigonometric function values then? So you have sine theta. What is the definition of sine theta? Sine theta is defined as y over r. So sine theta is 15 over 17. Next, cosine theta, which is defined as x over r. So that's negative 8 over 17. Okay. Next, so na naman kay tangent theta. You may just rewrite it para makumpleto yun. Again, the negative sign is neither placed in the numerator nor in the denominator. Okay. Cosecant theta, which is the reciprocal of sine theta, is 17 over 15. Secant theta, which is the reciprocal of cosine theta, is 17 over negative 8. And finally, cotangent theta is negative 8 over 15. So, those are the other 5 trigonometric function values. Given that tangent theta is negative of 15 over 8 and theta is in quadrant 2. Okay. Let's have another given. Let's have another given. Number 70. Let's have number 70. Cosine theta is negative of 3 over 5. Given that theta is in quadrant 3. Again, cosine theta is negative of 3 over 5. Given that theta is in quadrant 3. Okay, like in the previous examples, the negative sign is neither placed in the numerator or denominator. It is written before the fraction. Okay, but what we know is that cosine theta is defined as x over r. And since r is always positive, therefore, it should be the numerator that is negative. Correct? Okay, since r is always positive. So kung ang fraction is negative of 3 over 5, kanang numerator must be the negative number. So x is negative 3 while r is 5. So what is y? Y is the square root of the difference of 25 and 9. Correct? Okay, 25 is obtained by squaring 5, 9 is obtained by squaring negative 3. So 25 minus 9 is 16. What is the square root of 16? 16, if you take the square root of 16, that would be positive or negative 4. But between positive 4 or negative 4, which one will you take? Take note that the angle theta is found in quadrant 3. And if you have a point which is found in quadrant 3, remember that the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate of any point found in quadrant 3 are both negative. Ba? The abscissa is negative, the ordinate is negative. So you will take negative 4. Since, again for a point to be found in quadrant 3, its x-coordinate must be negative, its y-coordinate must be negative as well. Parehas nga negative. Okay. Therefore, sine theta, which is defined as y over r, is negative 4 over 5. Cosine theta, it's negative 3 over 5. It's actually the given. Tangent theta, which is y over x, negative 4 over negative 3, positive 4 over 3. Negative divided by negative is positive. In a separate video later on, I will have to show you the signs of function values. Tangent theta in quadrant 3 is positive. Next, cosecant theta, that's 5 over negative 4. Secant theta is 5 over negative 3. While cotangent theta, which is the reciprocal of tangent theta, is 3 over 4. Positive gyapon. The reciprocal of a positive number is also a positive number. Since tangent theta is 4/3, cotangent theta is 3/4, still positive. Next, okay, we're done answering number 69 and 70. Okay, say let's answer number 72. Okay, let's answer number 72. Tangent theta is square root of 3, given that theta is in quadrant 3. So you are to find again the 5 remaining trigonometric function values for each angle theta. So let me just rewrite it. Number 72. Number 72 is that tangent theta is square root of 3 given that theta is in quadrant 3. Okay. Again, tangent theta is square root of 3. Theta is in quadrant 3. Okay. The angle theta in standard position, its vertex is at the origin, its initial side is at the positive x-axis, is found in quadrant 3. Therefore, you pick a point found in the terminal side of angle theta. For that point, it is understood that the x-coordinate or the abscissa is negative, while the y-coordinate or the ordinate is also negative, because any point found in quadrant 3 has x-coordinate and y-coordinate to be both negative. X is negative, y is negative for any point found in quadrant 3. So how do we do this? Unsay definition sa tangent theta? Tangent theta is y over x. Again, tangent theta is y over x. Since the given is that tangent theta is square root of 3, therefore, it follows that tangent theta, which is y over x, is negative square root of 3 over negative 1. O nga naman na siya, sir? Take note that negative square root of 3 over negative 1, or when you divide negative square root of 3 by negative 1, you still get square root of 3, which is actually the given. Negative divided by negative is positive. Okay. What is the purpose why you will have to express square root of 3 as negative square root of 3 over negative 1? It's because the definition of tangent theta, which is square root of 3 in the given, is that you have a definition is y over x, and both x and y in quadrant 3 are negative. Okay. Are you changing the value of the expression? The answer is no, since negative square root of 3 over negative 1 is square root of 3. Okay. So r squared, which is x squared plus y squared, would then be 1 plus 3. The square of negative 1 is 1. The square of negative square root of 3 is square root of 9, which is 3. The sum of 1 and 3 is 4. When you take the square root of r squared is equal to 4 to both sides of the equation, when you take the square root of r squared, which is equal to 4 to both sides of the equation, r is equal to 2. R is always positive. There's no question with that. Since again, r is the distance of a point found in the terminal side back to the origin. You now have the values of x, y, and r. So if you now have the values of x, y, and r, it's time for you to find the other 5 trigonometric function values. So first, sine theta. What is sine theta? Sine theta is defined as y over r. So sine theta would then be negative square root of 3 over 2. Next, cosine theta, which is defined as x over r, is negative 1 over 2. Tangent theta, we will just rewrite it, that's square root of 3. Cosecant theta, which is the reciprocal of sine theta, would be 2 over negative square root of 3. Since there is a radical in the denominator, or there is an irrational number in the denominator, you need to rationalize the denominator by multiplying both numerator and denominator by square root of 3. Again, are you changing the value of the expression when you multiply 2 over negative square root of 3 by square root of 3 over square root of 3? The answer is no, since square root of 3 over square root of 3 is equal to 1. A number is divided by itself. And when you, this is 1, and when you multiply a number like 2 over negative square root of 3 by 1, you are not changing the value of the expression, since a number multiplied by 1 is equal to itself. So this will then be 2 square root of 3 over negative 3. Next, secant theta. Secant theta is negative 2, since secant theta is the reciprocal of cosine theta, which is negative 1/2. The reciprocal of negative 1 over 2 is negative 2. Cotangent theta, which is the reciprocal of tangent theta, would be 1 over square root of 3, or which is square root of 3 over 3 in the final answer. Thank you. Next video later.